Hey everybody. So last time well, okay, so I'm going to say that one of the toughest things about being a front end developer is a lot you really want to learn the domain that you're working in, and one of the things, the whole reason I did this project is so I could learn ThreeJS better and cameras and things like that. So now I understand like the camera is so much better and all that, but my UI is not projecting that information so that anybody who comes to this application can understand it. The problem is on top of that is I thought at the end of my last video I said, oh, next time I'll be filling out the form, and I just lost a whole bunch of steps in the middle, and that does happen a lot. You get like delusional, you forget intermediary steps, and the next step is not to show a form. It's not even to show the data. It's to get the data from the service to the form. So we are multiple steps away from having a form that I can fill out, and that is like a kind of a weird delusional kind of thing that you see in our industry a lot, where you just forget steps and you think you're just the next step is something that's actually like 3 or 4 steps down the line. But anyway, so what we need to do is we need this camera item to be available within this camera manager, right? The camera manager doesn't know a darn thing right now, and the camera manager, I mean, and the service is not, it has not exposed a darn thing. So that's the next step. And so I'm going to follow along with this pattern. I am new to signals, as is everybody, or as is most people at this point in time. So the naming is a little awkward for me, but I'm going to say this is a camera item signal. And this is for the component to listen to in an effect. Okay, and this is a writable signal. And this writable signal, did I spell that right? I don't know why it's upset. Is a writes a camera interface. And this is equal to, oh, there is a semicolon there. That's the problemo. And this is equal to a signal. So let's go ahead and close this down. A signal that sends this dot camera item. All right, so that's good. This is private. It publishes any changes to that. And then, oh, I misspelled that. We'll fix that a little bit later, maybe here right after I finish this right here. Okay, so now I'm going to call this camera item values. Let's try that. And this is a signal, and it also gives a camera interface, and that is a computed value of this bad boy. And so what we want, it's this guy though. This mesh signal. Boom. And what is the problem? Equals computed. Okay. Oh, I did a semicolon today. I did a semicolon again. All right. So that's good. So this is something that we can listen to over in our component. Now, while we're here, and yeah, if you're in a professional environment, you probably don't want to just make a change like this because it's going to make the commits a little harder to understand. But this is a mesh list. And I think that's the only problem. When we hit save, it'll break, and that is quite awesome. And we just change this to a mesh list. And we're back. Okay, so you might want to, like, if you did this in a professional environment, you would probably want to just commit that little piece right there. And then, yeah, I don't know, you might get caught up in some, like, we only want one commit per story. Who knows? But whatever. You do that at that point just so that that doesn't sort of pollute your next commit. But I'm not going to do that because I'm committing based on videos, not based on anything else. But anyways, so now we have our camera item values. So we can listen to our camera item values, and these are public. So let's go back. I'm just going to copy that, and I probably don't need to. And I'm going to close my mesh manager. I'm going to open this, and I'm going to go into the camera component. All right, so now in our camera component, we want to have an effect. Okay, yeah, I still have plenty of time. Effect. And it imported effect for me. No, it did not. And, well, I guess, yeah, that's because I did not do it in the constructor. In the constructor, I want an effect. I'm trying to do this from memory just so I can get better at this. Okay, now it doesn't know what that is. So I was actually creating a function, a method by the name of effect before. Okay, so I need to look at how I did this in the mesh manager. Okay, so effect takes a function. You pass it a function. Okay, I think it. Oops. Is it like this? All right, I'm going to have to copy that. Yeah, okay. So that it did get passed. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but boom, boom, boom. There we go. And then we are going to have a camera item. It's of type camera interface. Or it could also be undefined. And then we are going to set our camera item to our ThreeJS dot. And I had copied and pasted that back a while. Camera item values. Oh, I think I might like that naming convention. I don't know why I keep doing that. ThreeJS service. Okay, so now we have our camera item. And now what we want to do is come in here, get rid of this, and just camera item. And we should just get the word object and then dot aspect, since that's the first one. Okay, I feel good about that. Okay, so let's see. I guess let's go ahead and add a couple more since we have a little bit more time. And the question, it's putting the question marks in there automatically because camera item can be undefined. So it's actually basically behind the scenes writing a bunch of code saying, if it exists, then do this. If it doesn't exist, then do that. Far. And then near. And then X position, Y position, and Z position. Okay, now it is kind of close over here. We probably don't have time to fix that in this video, but we have the data and we're rendering the data on the screen. It's not pretty, but the next video I'll put this in, style it in more of a table, and then we'll get started trying to create a form for it to be edited in. Happy coding. Awesome blossom. Bye.